Our generation has some important choices to make.
It's our turn to decide what we want America's future to look like.
Our turn to shape the future comes at a tough time.
Our parents are on a track to become the first generation of Americans, to leave less for our generation than in the America their parents built for them.
It's harder than it should be to finish school today, and harder still to enter the economy and workforce.
It seems like it's getting harder and harder to make our paychecks stretch to cover everything we need.
Getting an education or trying to raise a child is more expensive than ever. The jobs we thought would be there after graduation just aren't, or aren't what we went to school for.
Sometimes it feels like our leaders in Washington think this is the new normal. We're told that America is stuck. Given all our generation faces, sometimes it's tempting to believe them.
Washington may be stuck, but America never is.
And it's not because of bad intentions. Washington is stuck because of old ideas that just aren't working in our new world anymore.
They're still trying to run our economy and our lives the old way.
From the top down, politically and artificially from Washington, what they manufacture, even with the best intentions,
Are one-size-fits-all solutions. They still think a few guys in DC can govern this new, wonderfully complex, incredibly fast, and elegantly diverse modern economy we're moving into.
But the old way just isn't working. It closes down innovation, it limits our choices, and it makes us feel stuck. Now it's our turn.
we don't have to accept the inevitable decline. We have an opportunity to choose better for ourselves.
Our choice as the next generation of leaders, parents, and educators is whether we want to keep going about things in an outdated old way or if we're ready for fresh, new ideas.
The future does not belong to any one candidate or party, but we're Republicans because our principles at their core embrace getting old Washington out of the way of new ideas that have the power to grow our economy.
We're Republicans because we know our generation can do better than Washington's failures.
We know it because our generation has already changed the way our world works.
We are more connected than ever before. We have access to information that empowers choices that our parents' generation could never have imagined. We're the Facebook generation, the Uber generation.
The generation that rejects conformity by driving and adopting innovation.
We open opportunities and empower each one of our peers to build the kind of life they want.
Not the kind of life someone else wants for them. We're Republicans because we know these ideas need an open economy to flourish. We need an open economy to create and foster economic diversity and expand opportunities for all Americans.
We're for a natural, organically growing economy where the best ideas, best products, and best services are rewarded
rather than allowing artificial political decisions made by old Washington interests. Their old approach is what empowers big corporate interests with lots of lawyers and lobbyists to win at the expense of the rest of us. Our generation knows we're past that now. We need fresh ideas and a fresh approach that allows all of us to maximize our potential.
Now, like any family, we're bound to have our disagreements, but we think this makes us stronger.
It means that there's room within our party to debate anything, and at a time when Americans have begun to question the role of government in the economy, education, healthcare, and in our personal lives, what could be more important?
At the end of the day, all Republicans are united by the timeless principles of liberty and freedom.
As Americans, we're not used to settling for anything less than extraordinary. Our generation in particular has driven the change in technology that has the power to put our country back on track.
No one has ever told our generation how to be consumers, communicators, or learners.
Everything that works in our lives works because of new ideas that have not been stifled by artificial barriers.
A government of the old industrial past simply does not fit the innovators, entrepreneurs, and dreamers of tomorrow.
We do not promise that our party will be perfect.
But we are certain that our principles will always work by embracing new ideas that allow each of us to create something of our own. Our generation's choice is less about Republican versus Democrat and more about new versus old.
We as Republicans hope that you'll allow us to prove to you that we can be a force for good in helping us all succeed.
And most importantly, we hope you'll join us to help us decide what's next.